And everything in my room shut off except for this one table lamp that the light bulb would go out. But if I didn't touch anything, the light bulb would stay on. So when I remember one night we had this spring storm, a little bit of snow and ice and high winds and all this other shit, and the we had this little brownout, and the brownout lasted 6 or 7 hours, and all I had on in the room at that time was this one little tiny was this, table lamp with a bulb, only thing I could run. And that was my first experience with a brownout. I never seen anything like that. I mean, the electricity that was coming into that house was only enough electricity to run one bulb. So instantly, when I came in here and I knew stuff wasn't running right, I was like, Mike, we're having a brownout. The power is not where it needs to be. The power is not at the right voltage because I didn't want that getting tagged. Because you can overwork a power supply. You plug in a computer into bad voltage, will overwork the power supply to get it up to normal operating voltage. The power supply will kick it out, and then when you fucking rail power comes back on, it sends a surge into your computer. Hello, motherboard. Hello, transformer. You gotta replace all that shit again. And I just didn't want to fucking replace that shit again. So when I came home and I seen that it was doing that, I immediately shut the computer down. Now, I hope the computer wasn't doing one of these off and on, off and on, off and on fucking things before I got home. So, like I said, I was in the brownout one time before. I know how they act. I know what they do. And like I said, the minute I came home, I knew the house wasn't running at the proper voltage. The minute I came home, I knew it. Knew the house was not running where it was supposed to be. Okay. And but what could be more creepier than a fucking blackout on Halloween night, people? And I got that running off a battery. And I got that running off a battery pack, so quite a while. So I don't know how long the power is going to be off, but like I said, I got my teddy bear night light on. Yes, the same teddy bear night light that you seen on the channel years ago when the missus bought it for me on my Amazon wish list. That's the teddy bear night light we're using right now. When I first came home and I seen everything dimmed out and not working properly, I knew it was a brownout at first. Because like I said, I just gave a story at the beginning of this video. The first time I was in a brownout, you know, it was totally weird. But I find it creepy that on Halloween, get ready for midnight. It's coming in a few hours, and that's why I'm calling it Halloween Eve. Because to me, until it gets fucking into me, actually starts, that's when the creepiness starts. And he was afraid of the dark, so I hope to God that the power gets put back on before it gets dark tonight. But it's just creepy. It's just really, 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 really creepy that um, only one light bulb would stay lit in my bedroom. I tried to turn anything else in the house, that light bulb would go out. So for like 8 or 9 hours on this really nasty April fucking rain and ice storm type of shit, all I had in my bedroom was this one little tiny light bulb and a table lamp next to me. And that was the only thing that would run. Okay. It was about it was about it was about as bright as this fucking nightlight teddy bear, but So, like I said, I've been on. That was the first time I went to a brownout. And then when I came home tonight and I seen everything was not running at the proper power, I'm like, Mike, where am I? Hoping the lights would stay on a little bit longer. So I turned out every fucking light I could. Whole lights, fucking closet wannabe bathroom light. um, you know, uh, any lights that were running on downstairs, I turned everything off because because when you're having a brownout, you try to save enough power that run the fridges at least. You want to keep your refrigerators going, and then that lasted about not even 40 minutes, and then the whole thing went kaput. So may talk to the towers instead of a just talk to the towers instead of a just tapping on the internet. So I will talk to you all later. And as always, stay safe, be well, take care of yourself and each other. And yes, when I end my YouTube live streams, they automatically go on private for some reason. And I will make this part public again. Just bear with me. I'm not going to hide them, but I will make them public again. All right, so happy Halloween, Power Company, to find out what the fuck is going on. All right, so what the fuck is going on? All right, so what the fuck